I'm Matt Willis, Public Health Officer with a COVID-19 update for December 16th. Today is the 1-year anniversary of when the first batch of COVID-19 vaccines arrived in Marin, right here at the Emergency Operations Center. This kicked off the beginning of the most important and successful element of our pandemic response as a community. That first day, doses were distributed to our hospitals and teams traveled to long-term care facilities across the county. Immediately, the benefits of vaccination began to take hold in Marin. Over the past 365 days, over 510,000 doses have been administered to Marin residents. 86% of our entire population is fully vaccinated, and more are being protected every day. That makes us the most vaccinated county in the state and among the most vaccinated counties in the nation. Our death rates have declined 80%, from 4 per week on average for over a year to less than 3 now per month. That kind of data speaks for itself. While the death rates climbed elsewhere, our community proved that vaccines save lives. I couldn't possibly do justice to all the partners who made this possible, but here's a couple data points that help tell the story. Over 2,000 people, including volunteers and employees across healthcare and other sectors, have stepped forward to provide vaccines in 151 separate locations across the community, administering on average 1,500 vaccines every day for the past year. Today's message was intended to be purely one of celebration of our success, but it's tempered by the reality that we're facing new challenges from both the Delta and Omicron variants of SARS-CoV-2. The Omicron variant is moving very quickly in Europe and now in the eastern United States. It would be a mistake to assume Marin will not experience similar surges in cases in the coming weeks. That's the bad news. The good news ties back to vaccines. There's increasing evidence that boosters provide real protection against Omicron infection and against severe illness in people infected with the Omicron variant. A booster shot, 6 months after your initial series, broadens your immune system's capacity to be more flexible to fight off new variants. It's also looking promising that Omicron leads to less severe illness in general. So while we anticipate a concerning rise in cases, it will be increasingly important to keep our eyes on the amount of severe illness and hospitalizations rather than just looking at case rates alone. Today, our message is simple. If you're eligible, get your booster dose if you haven't yet, especially if you're over age 55. We encourage you to reach out to your medical provider. 2 years now into this pandemic, providing COVID-19 vaccinations is an important part of routine healthcare. If your provider cannot give you a vaccine visit, go to getvaccinated.marin.org, getvaccinated.marin.org to find appointments through pharmacies and Marin County public health sites. The site also has a link to My Turn, which allows you to see sites outside of the county if that's feasible for you. Our success so far in our vaccination campaign should give us confidence that we have the tools to manage the next challenge as a community. Getting a booster dose is the most important step you can take as we face the likelihood of an Omicron surge. Thank you for doing your part.